Simon Santow, thank you very much for your time today.
Pleasure, Liz.
Now, you're a journalist with vast experience in both television and radio. So I wonder if we could begin by you explaining to us, what do you see as the fundamental differences in terms of the journalism between TV and radio?
Well, the thing about television is it's incredibly powerful as a medium, so that if you put together a fabulous package or even a really good interview and the viewer can see the body language, can see the talent, you can really make an impact. But radio, on the other hand, is much more about imagination. It's all more about people wondering what the person looks like, people wondering or listening to perhaps the interview that you're doing and wondering, oh, well, would I ask that question too? So there are other things going on in their minds often when they're consuming radio, whereas in television they tend to be focused on the screen.
So why have you chosen radio? What is it about the audio medium that you find particularly fulfilling?
Well, I enjoy the fact that, I enjoy working on radio current affairs, and I enjoy being able to cover a range of subjects. I enjoy the fact that the programs are not just parochial, they're not just about what's going on in Australia, they can often be about what's happening overseas in conflicts that are far removed from where we are and our daily lives. And I enjoy being able to dig a little bit deeper, being able to analyse, being able to answer the questions beyond the obvious, and to look at perhaps the causes of conflict and things like that.
Do you feel that you're freer, in a sense, in radio to explore stories because you don't need to find suitable pictures to go with them?
Absolutely, absolutely. You're just focused on that audio, and you don't have to, not only do you not have to find the pictures, but you don't have to find necessarily an editor to work with them in a professional sense, or even to muck around yourself with the pictures. You're still crafting, but you're just thinking about the audio, you're just thinking about the sound, and you can go off and explore topics that could be, as I say, a long way geographically from where you are, but it's an audio, it's an audio, it's an idea of the mind. You don't actually have to be hit over the head with the pictures.
So, television is definitely changing, and journalists are certainly becoming more autonomous with digital technology. But nonetheless, predominantly they still work in teams. Radio is quite different to that.
What I like about radio, I was going to say, is that the responsibility falls entirely on you. So that I've worked in TV, as you say, I've worked in groups with an editor sometimes, and a cameraman, and sometimes a sound recordist as well, and chiefs of staff and all sorts of other people. And while it's good to have support and it's good to have knowledge and wisdom from other people, the thing about radio, and particularly radio current affairs, once you start doing the story, it's you. If you don't make your deadline, there's no one else to blame. It's absolutely you. If you don't edit things properly, you can't curse and cuss and say, oh, that damn editor's let me down again. It's actually up to you. And I quite like that responsibility. I quite like the fact that it's for me to make my deadline. It's for me to play around with the audio myself.